A woman stood in a long queue, thinking that she might never be able to buy the discounted fashion item. Just as she was about to lose hope, suddenly, another door opened, and the attendant announced that people could enter through this door as well. Immediately, a group of women rushed in, as if they cared nothing about the price, scrambling for their favorite items. At that moment, Daisy grabbed a pair of gloves and happily prepared to leave. However, her gaze was then caught by a pair of high heels. She hesitated for a moment, and when she put down the gloves, they were immediately taken by someone else. Seeing this, Daisy actually started to argue with the other person over the ownership of the shoes, trying to reclaim the pair of shoes she didn't even need. And eventually, the two got into a dispute. That evening, Daisy returned home, looking around at the room filled with items. She finally calmed down and started to regret because she was unemployed. All her shopping expenses were being maintained with 13 credit cards, and now she couldn't even pay the minimum payment. Daisy opened her bill, trying to find a charge that wasn't hers, but every single entry had her name signed. This disappointed her, but she didn't let it discourage her. She decided to quickly find a job to earn enough money to repay her debts. However, as she was walking on the street, her attention was drawn to a piece of clothing, and she couldn't take her eyes off it. Soon, she spotted a very beautiful scarf. Although Daisy was still a bit rational at first, when she was about to leave, the scarf's model seemed to come alive and began to tell her about the scarf's advantages. In the end, Daisy took the scarf to the checkout, swiped all her credit cards, but still couldn't pay enough money. So, she quickly paid by check and finally gathered enough money and got the scarf she desired. But when she went to her interview with the scarf she liked, she still failed. The position she interviewed for had already been filled, and the other candidate was much more qualified. Daisy still couldn't find a job. In order to repay her debts, Daisy decided to visit her parents. Before she could ask her parents for money, her parents told her that their retirement money had been spent, and they had even bought a broken-down car. Daisy's plan to borrow money failed once again. Finally, Daisy found her friends, and they gave her an idea to sell the items she no longer liked. Although Daisy was reluctant, these items were all her favorites. She knew she had no other choice. Anna calculated her bills for her, and Daisy finally understood that facing these heavy debts, she could hardly bear the pressure of it all.